Great playing in it. Great to be a part of something big in history like this. A lot of greats have played in this game, and just to be a part of it is a blessing.
When you look at the practices, does it get a little more hyped up because most of this team is from that area, knows someone on the side?
Oh, you definitely. A lot of guys from down south, they're not I want to say practicing harder, but they're definitely more attentive to what's going on. Getting ready to go back down south and see family and getting prepared to play against guys they grew up playing against in little league football, stuff like that. So that practice has been a little bit more intense, but it's just exciting just to see the glow in those guys' eyes, knowing they're going back up against the guys that you played with in high school and little league and middle school, and now it's a little trash talking going on and texting and stuff like that. But it's all been great and fun. It's a football game. It's a rivalry game. We want to prepare well. We want to play well, and that's what we've been doing.
Speaking of preparation, what have you seen from this defense? Their defense. What do they do well?
They're fast. They're fast. They're physical. They're very detailed in what they do. They're very good at what they do. They're like us. There are a lot of Florida guys, a lot of speed on that field, a lot of toughness on that field. 52, their leader. Denzel Perryman is their leader, and they follow him, and he does a great job. I believe he's been down there 4 years now. Been a 4-year starter for them, and that takes a lot. Coming as a freshman to start for a Miami team and watch their program build behind their coach, and watch a guy grow into the great linebacker he's grown into. Probably one of the best in the ACC. So it's just being able to watch them and see how they play. Very aggressive. They tackle well. They run to the ball. Every time I see the play, I see 10, 11 guys around the football, no matter where the ball is down the field. So we're just gonna have to prepare to play against a team that's going to come. They're going to come ready to play. They're starting to get better. They're progressing. Their offense and defense are playing a lot better than they were in the beginning of the season. And now that they're winning, they're starting to click and things like that. So then now you're playing against a rivalry game in their home stadium. So when things start getting rolling for a team, and then you come on their turf against a big rivalry team, they're going to be gassed up, ready to play. So we have to come in there with a high level of intensity, but lock in and focus and ready to execute.
And this is, I think, only 3 teams that you guys have faced this year so far did not have a bye week. They have a bye week. What is it going against a team that's had a bye week, knowing they had 2 weeks to prepare for you?
You expect a lot more pressure coming from them, a lot more blitz packages, stuff like that. Usually you'll get that in a bye week. They can definitely have more time to scheme up some stuff like that. But we have to just be ready to lock in and focus and do what we do best, and that execute plays. Go out there and put points on the board, get them off the field on 3rd down, and just play great football. We have a great coaching staff, and we're behind Coach Fisher, and the game plan that we have going in is going to be perfect. And we're just going to do that and execute all weekend and go out there and try to play a great football game.
Possession's always important, but in this kind of a game when they're going to run the ball a lot, I mean, how important is it to be able to have the possession?
It's going to be very, very important. Have to stop it back like Duke and Yearby and Gus like that. Those guys can run the football just like we can run the football. So you have to prepare for a game that's going to be a quick game, I would say, because the ball's on the ground a lot, the clock ticks. So we're going to have to prepare to be able to put points on the board when we have possessions and stop them from scoring points when they have the ball. So it's basically the object of the football game. But it's going to be a tough game, a fun game. Love playing these types of games because the guys from camps and stuff like that. It's just going to be a great, exciting atmosphere, and I can't wait.
You've been playing well this season. How much does it help having Pender and Cook right there behind you?
Oh my God, it's amazing. Watching those two guys grow and play and move fast, and just a change of pace when they're in the game. I've definitely taken on the role of being the bigger guy. Used to be a smaller guy, but now I've put on a couple muscle pounds and be able to hit the inside power runs, inside zone runs for 4 or 5, and then watch Dalvin go in there and take off down the sideline or take off on a power play outside, and it makes me happy to see a young guy come in there and execute and play well like he's a junior or a senior, and it says a lot about what we're doing. It says that they're learning well, they're playing well. It doesn't matter. Age playing doesn't have an age on it, and Coach Fisher's always said that. And watching Pender come back to practice today and practice well and sprint well and catch the ball and make cuts and make moves, it just makes me happy. We have a backfield that's growing, and also Ryan Green, who's doing an amazing job. It just makes me happy to be a part of a group like that.
Speaking of running backs, what makes Duke so good? Why is he such a good running back?
I think it's determination. He's always claimed to be one of the best backs in the ACC, if not the best back in the ACC, and he's proven that over the years. Being able to catch the ball in the backfield, being a home run threat, also in a return game, being able to return punts, return kicks. He's a weapon. He's a dangerous weapon, and we have to plan to stop him. And I believe our defense can do that. I believe they're going to step up to the challenge. But we're facing one of the best backs in the country and the ACC, so we're up for the challenge.
And lastly, let's go back to maybe your defensive days a couple years ago. When you look at Reggie Northrup, in high school, he wrestled. Do you see that maybe translating to being able to tackle?
Definitely. Reggie's a very low center body gravity guy, being around 6'1", and he's just explosive through the way he tackles. He tackles through the hips, and it's just on the rise. And I remember going through camp, he caught me a couple of times going through the hole. My pads were a little bit too high, and I was just like, I would hate to have to hit this guy on a Saturday night when I'm wearing opposite colors. I would hate to have this guy tag me a couple of times. But he's one of the best tacklers on the team. He plays aggressive. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, and he's going to go out there and play Saturday with a big chip. He knows how important this rivalry is. He's right down the street in Jacksonville, so he's not that far away. He grew up in the state of Florida, so he understands, the height of the situation and what's going on. So, like I said, we're going to prepare to play a good football game. We have the guys that can make the plays that are prepared to play, and I just can't wait to get there Saturday night.